G'day everyone, this is Cyberchaotic, and I'm bringing to you a video on request of... who was it? Who requested this video? Grunty Girl! Grunty Girl, this one was for you. Originally she wanted to see, or he, it's the internet, who knows, they wanted to see what it's like to dual wield these wonderful babies. Oh, they are it's so cool. There is a bug though, I've realized. If you pull the hammer back, and then push the hammer forward. Oh, nope, that's not what I want to do. Yeah, it doesn't want to do it. It's... wait, there we go. Well, you know what I mean. Ah, there it is. The hammer sort of does this thing. Anyway, Anton, if you could look into it, that would be most appreciated. I'll probably put your name into the description or something. Alright, so we're here to show off dual wielding. Now, I originally thought I'll just shoot a couple of rounds and make it look cool. I've decided to do a full-out tutorial on how to do it effectively. And watched a few other YouTube videos of people who sort of dual wield and looked at a few of their tips and tricks, and I've sort of combined them into one place. So, to dual wield, you need to have three major components. The first being sighting, actually being able to look down the barrel, look down the sights effectively. Your normal stance is going to be at your chest, you're going to be pushing out with your support hand, and you're generally going to be aiming in the correct spot. We're aiming at that obstacle over there, just to the left of it, kind of man-sized. Alright? So, you're going to take your firearm from your holster, put it to your chest, and push out, and you should generally be in that direction. I practice a lot, so I can actually pretty much do, this consistently, and let's not do that. I can do that quite consistently and quite well. The challenge next is to actually do it one-handed, because you don't have your left support hand, or right if you're left-handed. It will wobble. Your sight will wobble a hell of a lot. But the important part I'm trying to get here is you need to get your right eye, in line with the sights every time you pull out your gun. I don't care if you're not really, on target, but as long as that gun is glued to this eye, and you can pull it out consistently every time. The challenge here is actually shooting with your other hand. Now, I am right hand dominant. I've never really shot with the left hand consistently to the point where I say I am confident with it. So this is a challenge for me as well. So, same thing, bring it up to out of your holster, into the chest, and out. Now, you can't see me because I'm recording with the right eye, but for me, it's pretty much on target with the left eye. For those users who don't use two eyes to shoot, and you close one eye and bring it up and go, oh, I gotta try and aim, you're gonna learn how to use both eyes pretty quickly. So the real challenge now comes is combining the two. So from a holster position, go to low ready and out. And generally both guns should be pointing at or near the target, but the important thing is getting your eye behind and in line with each sight independently with each eye. Practice a lot. Do drills where you're just holding it at a ready low position and push out. And then check. Yep, that's good. And check. Yep, that's good. A bit high. Ooh, kind of low. Yep. And just do this. Just do this many times until you can get it to a nice consistency where one eye is doing one set of sights and you're in line with the sight. I don't care if you're not pointing even at the target yet. Just getting that consistency is probably the biggest thing to be accurate. You don't want to waste bullets. The second part, cadence. Now, when people dual wield, they like to shoot in sequence, left, right, left, right. The lamest thing you can do is pull the triggers together. Thank goodness these are double action, so I can show that. This is lame. Don't do that. Please do not do that. Don't do like one after the other. You want to have a steady pace of left, right, left, right. Like that. Now, that's kind of hard for people to remember when they're panicking. So when you're under fire or you're charging a SOSIG, I want you to remember this. Butter. Butter. Now, each time you say butter, there's two parts. Butter. Butter, left, right, left, or left, right, whatever you prefer. So, butter, butter, butter. You always fire 2 rounds. This is practice reasons and probably get you into the rhythm of things. soon you will, later you'll be able to shoot one after the other without thinking too much about it. But think of the word butter for now. Butter, 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 butter. And then you join a lot of butter together. And you have a steady cadence. Now, I found that my cadence so happens to be just a little bit faster than the M3 grease gun. And actually, if you can use the M3 grease gun as your reference fire rate, I think it's something like 500 or 600, something nice and slow as or is it 400? Anyway, don't quote me on that, but it has a very, very nice, steady, come on stock, steady fire rate, which I actually rather like to try and match. Safety is off. So if you can follow that kind of cadence, you'll be pretty well, come on, safety, pretty well set. So I was at a fairly slow rate. Kind of like that. Now I've talked a lot and we haven't fired a shot except for the grease gun. So I'll just do an admin reload and do it from a holster position. First component, aiming, and then cadence. Here we go. Oh, that's so cool. That is just so cool. So remember, sighting, and then cadence. Here we go. That last 2 rounds from each gun, they had them at the same time. Avoid doing that. You want to have independent shots, clear, independent, one after the other shots. Alright, the third component is reloads. Now reloads are a bit more difficult because there's actually 2-3 ways to do it. As you saw before, I did administrative reload, so once I'm dry, I reholster one, hit the slides. Now this is a really good technique because if suddenly I reholster this gun and a SOSIG appears, I can always, well this one's not loaded, I can always go back to this gun and actually start shooting normally. So I have bullets ready to go. The only bad part about this is that it's quite slow to reload 2 guns independently of each other. But it means that at least one gun is ready. That's the great thing about this administrative reload. Let's unload these guns. Yes. Now the second method is from a Reddit user called KG Havoc. Hey KG Havoc, how you doing? His one is actually really nice. I really like it, but there's just a little bit of a caveat with his style. Now, his style is once you empty, eject your mags, and you slap one on top of the other, and, if I can get this right, reload them, hit your slide releases, and you're good to go. Not bad. The only problem is that I am a 2-axis user, so I like to move around a lot. And what I've discovered is that if I'm moving around, if I place the gun on top of each other, it doesn't follow, so I can, so if I'm running around and I slap it on and I'm going to do a reload and, well, I'm going to be dropping guns everywhere. So I think it's a very good reload technique, but it does mean that you need to stop perfectly still. This is completely circumvented by actually spawn locking these. So if you spawn lock the guns, as soon as you let go to just slap it on top of each other, it's going to shoot back to the holster, which, well, it doesn't work in that case. Good technique for when you're like, oh, come on, oh, I'm moving, yep, see, I'm a 2-axis user, that's my limitation. Now the third way and the coolest way to do it is to reholster your guns, grab fresh mags and wave them into the gun. And then you take the guns and actually do a Z pose, or photographers kind of like I'm taking a photo of you kind of thing, and just slap the slides together as you go. And you're back in the game. Fingers are getting a bit tired. This is like, I think, take 4 or something. Let's do that again, in reverse. So, I think I screwed up somewhere there. Mr. Havoc's reload, with a bit of variant, and my preferred admin load. If I can freaking get the magazine in. Yeah, so keep your sights consistent. Practice just coming up from the holsters and getting your sights on, because you don't want to just throw bullets down range. You want to be decently hitting your target. Keep a good cadence. Butter is the key word. And reloads, I say do it the cool way. We just drop them back in and just throw mags in there and slap them together. Whatever reload mechanism you decide is completely your preference. Do whatever you feel is comfortable and whatever you can practice with and get the best at. You don't want to learn, all these different reloading techniques and just suck at all of them. Learn one, get really good at one, and be consistent with it. That's all. I don't really have anything else for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you want. I don't have many videos on my channel. Have a good time dual wielding these absolute awesome pieces of weaponry. See ya.